Our Great Stirrup Cay disembarkment was canceled due to weather. Now I have to figure out how to spend my day. Bingo? No thanks. Sunbathing in the pool? Nah. So I figured out over breakfast that I wanted to hear the DJ Jazzy Jeff panel.
People looked at me like I was crazy because I was one of the early adopters of Serato and digital vinyl. And a lot of that came from anybody in here who has ever did international DJ traveling in the 90s will let you know that them big ass, heavy ass Anvil record cases that I got 75 dents in my, that's like an old school bike pedal. Anybody who rode one of them old school ass bike pedals got shit on their shins that will never go away. Grown up DJ shit, them Anvil cases would bang your knees and did everything. But what happened was the airline started putting restrictions on how much you can carry. They would say, listen, each person can carry up to 50 pounds. Every record case I had was 50 pounds. Wow. And I took 3. So I took 3 and my clothes. So that started to become slightly expensive. And then what happened was, especially in London, there was a bunch of DJs that worked at the airport. And there was a couple times that the tops of my record cases came out, but my records didn't. So now you have to worry about your records missing or your records being on the wrong flight. Like I remember playing 2.5 hours of reggae, because that's all that came. Like we ain't had no pivot. It was like, y'all motherfuckers gonna get reggae tonight. I remember doing a tour of Japan and I came home and I probably made $5 based off of how much the airlines charged you, because they're telling you, I'm not letting your records on this plane unless you pay this $400, $500. And you had to. So Serato was a very welcome sight for me, just because I don't want to cheat the people. You don't want to bring one box of records and say, this is all I'm going to give you because the airlines are charging me too much. You know, when hip hop went global, it was great. But I had a period of time, you know, from Will and I making records and going on tour to when the DJ bubble kind of started to percolate. You know, somebody like Kenny Dope, Louis Vega, Ty Terry, Terry Hunter, all of these guys are really, really good friends of mine. Mm-hmm. And they would go overseas and do these big festivals. And I remember the first time I went over to as just a DJ was probably 1998 that I went over. And I was supposed to do these shows with Kenny. Kenny actually broke his ankle and couldn't do the tour. And I was like, I'm not going. And they were like, no, you have to go. And I was like, I was only going because he was going, because I don't know nothing about this world. And they were like, you know, you really should go. So the promoter convinced me to go. And the very first show that I went to sound check. And it was in a club that held like 2,500 people. And I was like, who playing here? And he was like, you. Because I was like, yo, they don't do this shit in America. It's like, this is a concert. But you find yourself playing Onyx and everybody's screaming, and you play Tribe and everybody screams, and it was probably one of the most liberating times, you know, that I had, that you understood that this wasn't, the funny thing, trying to explain to somebody from the US that we were so far behind everybody else. They knew every record, every producer, they knew the studio that you did in. They took it more of a culture than we did. So you went over there and you got love. It's you go overseas and it's so many people that live over there now and never came back just because of the love that they were shown for their art. My job is always, I need to make sure I get you. There's times I'll walk in and I got everybody. And you're like, oh shit, it's gonna be a good night. Everybody's ready. But then there are them times when you got the one dude standing in the middle with sunglasses. He had a bad week and he got his arms folded and he is just staring in your face. Make me dance. He's just staring staring at you. And there's times that I will lock eyes with him, and I'm like, okay, so I'll play this. I'm looking, I'm knowing the 5 records that's coming. I'm playing it, and he got his arms folded, and I play the next record, and all of a sudden you see this head. I said, oh shit, you shouldn't show me that. You shouldn't show me that one. So you play the 3rd record, and he's sitting there, and he kind of look over, his man is looking at him, he kind of look, you get to that 4th record, and he done unfolded his arms, and then when you drop that 5th one, I drop that shit and look right in his face. And he's like, oh. Being 100% honest, I was one of those guys that were out there sometimes playing music that didn't really resonate with me. Like, I never went completely left, but it was just, you know, sometimes playing shit that is not in your heart. But it's what the people want. Because like I said, if I'm a servant of the people, I gotta give the people in front of me what I want. If you don't want to play the shit that they want, don't accept the gig. Like that's, you know what I mean? You can't say, oh man, let me take your money, but let me do it my way. So if you're gonna do it, please the people that are in front of you. But, you know, it started to get, we would do probably 160 international dates. And I remember the last tour that we were on, we were in like Taiwan, and the DJ booth was set up, and it was a ledge right in front of me, and they had dancers up there. And I'm playing, and I looked up, and I looked at this Taiwanese girl dancing, and I said, oh shit, she might be 5 years older than my youngest daughter. And I said, what the fuck am I doing in here? Like, it was really a revelation. It was just, not that it was bad, but it was just like, I ain't never trying to be pop in the club. I don't care how much I know y'all music. I'm not. And I was really trying to figure it out, because in my mind, the adult market that we are all sitting in right here hadn't quite developed yet. That market developed over the pandemic. That market developed when we all were sitting at home, and somebody like D-Nice started playing music online and got us through a lot of shit. One of the beauties of the pandemic is you got a chance to see people play that you've never heard of before. And they were really, really good. So it kind of was a way to expose people to people who you don't know. You know, somebody that a club might not give a chance to, but somebody's online pouring their heart out, and you get a chance to see it, and you just pass it on. I had a friend of mine that I grew up with that was a little bit older, and he texted me one day and was like, hey man, I can't wait for the stream today. This is actually the first time in 30 years that I'm gonna hear you play. And in a minute, I kind of got angry. Well, not angry, but you just kind of like, damn dude, 30 years, you know. And then he proceeded to say, I got married out of college, had 3 kids. My lifestyle isn't conducive to a club. Right. And when he said that, it clicked. I said, oh shit, I'm about to DJ for people that aren't in the club. So I don't have to follow this same club format. You mean I can dig deeper into the crates, because now I got you home. There's people home playing cards. There's people cleaning out their garage and cleaning out their closet. It's not just a captive audience of people just staring at you. It's people taking in the music. So I was like, oh man, wait a minute. It's more people at home than there are in the club. I gotta give my wife credit, because my wife, when we started this, and she started seeing Amazon truck pull up, lights, a new camera, like she was, all right, this is what we doing? This is what we gonna do. New Year's Eve, or I'll say December 30th last year was on a Saturday. So I did a 3-hour stream. Like, we gonna close out 50 years of hip hop. You know, I'm playing all classics, got to the end, just started playing shit from around the world. It was great, played for 3 hours. So when I was done, I walked over, to the house, and I was like, all right, I'm good, we off, we all check out Ryan Seacrest and drink some champagne and some grape juice for the kids. And she was like, why don't you replay what you did for New Year? So I was like, okay, so I go over to the studio, I'll reschedule the replay. Start at 11, end at 1. About 12:20, Dave Chappelle texted me. Nigga, I got 30 people in the house and you DJing my New Year's Eve party. Robert Glasper hit me. Yo, why you DJing our New Year's Eve party? And I paused for a second. And I said, I don't know any of my grown friends who went out for New Year's. And my wife looked at me and said, why don't we lean into that? So I'm just letting you know, we're about to do the biggest New Year's Eve party.
I'm going to ask this question on behalf of all the DJs in this room. How you feel about requests?
Right. Be honest, Jeff. Be honest. Be honest.
How many of y'all went to see Frankie Beverly before? How many of y'all saw Stevie Wonder? How many of y'all saw Beyonce? Did anybody ask them for a request?
Right.
I hate the fact that, I watched record companies and radio stations get to the point that your record gotta be 4 minutes. It's gotta be 3 minutes. Now it's gotta be 2 minutes. I'm kind of like, sometimes we need that 10-minute ride. That's what we all grew up on, that 10, 15-minute Parliament knee-deep ride that they was zooted out of their minds but made the most incredible music. And now everything has to be 2 minutes. It doesn't really get a chance to kind of breathe. I think, to me, that's the beauty of, cruises like this and gatherings of people of a certain age, that we kind of remember listening to a song and letting that bitch breathe. I think we are about to go through a cultural renaissance. I think we are about to go in and make some amazing art. I love the fact that somebody like LL has made a record that represented who he is today. Somebody like Common and Pete Rock made a record of who they are today. Rakim made an album of who he is today. I think through the pandemic and the awakening of grown folk, we kind of realized that you don't necessarily have to make music like your 17-year-old self. And I think we are about to witness a big cultural renaissance of people making grown-up hip-hop. Like we all, the funny thing, I was talking to Rakim earlier today, and I was like, none of us are older than each other since 1986. We all grew old at the exact same time, whether you got felines on or not. Like let me tell you something, we can all dress like we 20, bend over and pick up that pen. You know exactly where you at right now. So I think all of us kind of coming into the understanding, let me tell you, we wouldn't have had a Rock the Bells cruise 15 years ago. Like, you see how fast this shit sold out? Like, everybody and their grandmother is necessarily trying to understand and be a part of that, because this is ours.
Okay, now the main stage is picking up. And we even had a shrimp boil. I wasn't the only one waiting for a plate. It was really beginning to feel, smell, taste, and sound like New Orleans on the ship.
You don't wanna go to war with a soul. Well, no living true. Come on, I thought I told you. You don't wanna go to war with a soul. Well, no living true. Say what? I thought I told you. You don't wanna come on. Like that, man. Mama, for a story, lady general. Get to the turn. nobody man. Because if he trying to holler at you while he has somebody, he's a problem. So you gotta leave that lady and her problem and let them do them. We don't want nobody man. Trust me. Hell no.
Freak, come on, come on. Hell,
Where money at? Where money at?
come on.
Money at? Where money at?
Come on. You know,
You know money at? Where the money at? All you niggas talking about, bounce that ass. This ain't no free show. We want that motherfucking cash. So fuck your weed, don't want no drink, don't even think that you can fuck me. You ain't got enough to even trust me. I see the sun in the band, but you the bras know it's for your motherfucking friend. Wanna be baller, nigga, you the hoe. How you playing player still getting fronted? Calling us freaks, but you the freaky one tone. If you know my pearl like a stick to a snare drum until I come. All in your fucking face, flush your teeth with my pussy ass, and then I'm out of there. I care the fuck out how you feel, but I will slip a nigga in your drink. And you get you out your throat and your face. Do your thing, cause I ain't the hoe to shake my ass in the club for you big bro. I can't stand a motherfucker talking shit when you know he gets drunk once the pussy lips. Grip that little dick, yeah, you call me bitch, but I wonder why you still trying to sweat me, trick and press me, trick. I ain't got a trip. You niggas try to flip the script, but still ain't saying shit.
say what?
You niggas call yourselves pimp and try to spit the game, but it's too late for a true bitch.
Come on.
I got the ghetto rules, guaranteed to make your shoes move to the dance floor. What you came for? Acting like you didn't know. Gotta blow everything overnight with the piece by the pound. They finally dropped the first baby up and lay in the tank. And I'ma act a plum fool, baby. Thank God you can't see it even if you had a bird's eye view. But mine go-go's, cause mine go-go's just all in all. You know you can't legit, so let your head not back in. Miss, biggest mama with the drama in the pot. Slotting on ricotta and my ice just got light up the room like Bernadette. Spin out my paper. Ever since my flights with that line of life taped up. Now my waist recognize the real. You let them win when it comes to street skills and I will keep it locked. Word to my mom's trigger. But tonight I just wanna set the party off the top. With Pete and the ill nana. And unified hip hop from more cheddar eyes. We don't care. Come on. East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, let's go. Uncle Charlie was at his house. I told him the Gap Band was one of my mama's favorite groups. I told him Yearning for Your Love was one of my mama's favorite songs. So I asked him, I said, Uncle Charlie, if I rewrite it, will you sing it? He said, let's do it right now. So that day, I ended up doing this record with Uncle Charlie. And this is for all the lovers that's going through something. We're going straight to the good part. Y'all remember this part? Let's go.
Let me inside your
I found out that there was a hip house event with Big Lez. To my surprise, it wasn't a lounging activity. It was a whole dance class. I was not even dressed appropriately, and I was messing up bad. I decided to watch and learn first, and then try after. Although I suffer from chronic pain, Les's encouragement made me stay the course. I am so glad I stuck it out.
Let's go! I don't care if you think I'm a clown. Yes! I don't care 'cause you can't pin it down. One more!
I can't wait to do it again next year.
Yes! Again! Walk it out! One more! Three! 5, 6, 7, 8.
I got it! Okay, moment of truth. Here is the routine. I guess you can say that I was feeling myself.
I would never be what you expect. Maybe you need to get your eyes checked. I don't care if you think I'm stuck up.
Just finished working out with Big Lez.
Listen, she showed her ass, y'all.
Ass and more ass because I was spinning left when they were going right. But I did try to make one excuse about my psoriatic arthritis, and she said, we're going to use ice and heat. And guess what? I made it all the way through.
Yes, she did.
Thank you so much for believing that I could do it.
So funny. Her makeup is intact, honey.
Ooh, ooh, ow, ooh, ooh. I timed my dinner between performances, but E40 was late. So I checked in and I snuck out.
Stay getting money.
I got a premium dinner package that required reservations, so I was caught within a time frame. But I got to see some of E40 and have a delicious meal. The chef was having too much fun.
And her name is Anna. Anaconda. I'm Anna on the gun. I'm Anna on the gun.
What them hoes doing? Showing love, shaking that ass in the club, nigga. What them hoes doing? Showing love, shaking that ass in the club, nigga. What them hoes doing? Showing love, shaking that ass in the club, nigga. Hey, he ain't no different from the red. She just an ordinary hoe. Married sticking on them, ass sticking in gumbo, making fast, taking cash, shaking ass in the beat. Trying to twist and twist come up in the street. That niggas in love, same day out the club, all in the whole face. But at the end of the paper chase, whatever you had will be erased. I see him in the bag, just count up that shell, talking loud, smoking hits, making sounds, getting ready for the crowd. I think I know one, I remember you, oh yes I do. Trying to hide side on me and my crew, but ain't no little old boo. What time the club closed at 3? Come with me, we can smoke a bad tree. Get up off your knees, you want some cheese? Oh please, treat them as a farmhouse. Just like that, real dogs don't wait for cash ass. For real baby, recognize and show we love. Show love, let's go. Straight from the underground, fat boy from the mountain. Spit it how I live it, keep it gutter, that's how we get down. I want to see you get it from. Let niggas know what who you from. Everybody with me drunk as fuck. Break it down, roll it up, bag it up. A girl like you, a nigga like me can't pass it up. Rolling by, looking good, put it in reverse and bag it up. What's the deal? Let me make it clear. What you got right here, they broke the mold. One of a kind, that boy with a gold mouth. Hard to touch, sorry to Jazzy, boys out here ain't hard as us. Calling G, hard as streets, cause the streets are part of us. Lay it down, please remember things. We don't play the disrespect, please remember slang. We don't bust a nigga and smack him, shoot the club. Bust a nigga and smack him, shoot the club. Bitch, 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 nigga, bitch. We don't want, you don't want, you don't want, you don't want. Get up, get gone, and let's race this drum. Get a bump and load it down, but get it jump in the middle of the fight. Scotch and burn him, let's go. Hit him, really mistreat him, let's rock it, kick him and over. MJG, keep freezing your season, need a season, your spices they need it more like than lucky. Your right, like this leaving your body for drinking too much Bacardi. You should've known when you started, never fucking cheating. And then they climbing, I'm shining, cause I'm working with timing. I'm good for ripping and rhyming in and out the beat. Keep on, they all spoken, they kick them niggas supposed to chicken. You know I'm rolling down. Bust a nigga head, smack him, shoot the club. Bust a nigga head, smack him, shoot the club. Bitch, 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 bitch. I'm coming out. Hey, what we doing, we coming out. What we doing, we coming out. What we doing, we coming out. Let me tell count to it, man. MJG, description of brother. And one who tends to always keep his business undercover. But still I wind up in the middle of a clique. Somebody heard, he heard, she heard. Should I continue to listen to the rumors, the garbage? Trigger ain't bar this sucker, let's start this rumble. Swing trick, you this high, into the speaker. Now you feel to win it. Not in the cold card and just to sit on the job for me to come out. Let's go. Creeping on with a bill, drop, tip tag. Lean it to the left, go daisies on the thing. I'm an MJG, move left tight. Put it to the floor, 5-0, swing around in the rear. Fuck guts, it's a must. Drop it in the shop, take a ride, rub a bump in the tent. Clip coast to make it shine. Baby coming through the neighborhood, hit the dot. My gas, black, bull, drink a bull. While up in the bar, got the dog try to pull me up. Yup, step, mama, see something pretty nice. With the breath right there, the sun go down. I'm getting dirty, fall up and pressure word, get clean in a hurry in my 7-7 Chevy. Ass tight, pull up, cut the rubber, disappearing in the night. In the hold up, we gon' do it one more time. Front to back, from up side to side. What's the name of this song? It's like, oh yeah.
Got his L, got pissed and ran a gold cone through white girls. Walking out of the house slow, telling that hoe, come on, let's go. First I crank up the music, then hit the bitch on my 6-4. Jazzy coated pain, got the bitches at the bus stop. Sick, but at the same time, need a bitch quick, cause I'm sick. Full of switches and my liquor, I'm a killer on the streets. Aggravated, hallucinate, trying to let go of my frustration.
Awaken, my smells of perfume that I inhale and then tell how well we raise hell on the Giselle. Satin sheets, heat from your feet, keep me warm. The mood is perfected with the sound from the storm. You came stronger, I lasted longer than I've ever lasted. Your mouth was fantastic, the fuck test you passed it. The way you made a nigga laugh, I had to get you. And when I saw that ass pass, I had to hit you. You making me fight against my will. What must I do and would you kill for me? My life in danger too, would you steal from me? That shit belongs to you, come on, feel for me. Yeah, the way you act is true. Two doors, fine clothes, Lexus doors, you'll be closing when you become one of the chosen. Homes in different places, the different faces, the different cases. It got me tired like shoelaces, but no mistake, it's MJG. You ain't gotta be constantly trying to shoot that beat, claiming that you ain't heard of me. Keeping it real, let me know how you feel when we communicate. We'll be straight if you express your mind instead of preferring wait. Some who can't do it, they lose when. But nigga like me used to it. Space.
Sure that the Rockefeller's Cruise has sold out every time. We want to also let you know that October 27th through the 31st of 2025, the cruise will continue.
There's a lot of beautiful women in the house tonight. I'm so glad y'all came out. My brother, I'm supposed to tell y'all. I can do shit but get mad. Without the strength, you can't get. Without the niggas who on the free snake, the ass full of hoes. When I say the word, it don't matter how I feel. I be looking for my head in the pants. So I don't believe the sky. I got so hard and fall. I won't get the fit on. I'm make it on. Yeah. I know my mind, I'm trying to get it done. Going through the same flow. They tell me you're the same thing. Red hot, it was so tight. boy in yellow light, fabulous change. Insane, never laying on the road, and the whole top down and the bottom rolls closed. Hey, what you looking at? I wanna see you grin. You wanna see my work? Cause I gotta come true. I ain't got no gun, but I got my crew. Ain't coming on me, cause I don't need things. Gotta play this whole food, chicken right here, right here. Coming too much, chicken jump for fun. Double cup, every last, put them hands up. I breathe so much shit in the morning. Oh, sick. Every nigga hot, food, niggas a while. But it feels so good. Headed back to the woods. Now pulling some tea. Got some cold off last and like I said. Shoot for my brain, I haven't stopped 30 yet. I'm waiting for more shows. Got my forehead sweat. So the crowd with my knock out my head till I steal. Top face moves around me like cancer drill. They was second hand off the wall, but only too late. Got this one from a big pill, by the tilt, baby tap. No mind, people stand for the nigga. Bad and set up, fly on around to me like that. Niggas keep it for a call, day by day. You ain't hard, trick the hell you say. No, it's such a blessing on my eyes, you can see the sunrise. When it don't begin, brother, brother, give a look. I want from my eye, I'm gonna never forget. Everything I want to lie, cause you get that shit. Look, if I had a brother, turn the easy way. When I be the strong man, I am the day. Everything that I bring, I give a little more. We need to love, be a fool for my soul. Work the bills, work the pants, like trouble. Good old fashioned soul food. Alright. Everything is for free, as good as it can be. Come on, hey, it's a soul food. Hey, suck it more than when you read it. What do you will? Sing, unfold, rough girl, 13 years old, won't say do it in time, nigga, hey. I got shit more than so than how they got front. Singer acting new world order. Till this we were missing in Atlanta, Georgia. United Nations overseas. Train, assassin, you search and see they ain't knocking. They come and blow, nigga like me. Pro run tracks like that, tricks like us. You reckon they were free. Come and bring the down, they bring their right now. If from those out those like they had back with A-Law. Hitler was living in 1945. Listen to me now, but they get their own. If we talk about where they say, it's up to Susan Jack and you bitch. More place, more places like Operation Hotbread Cocaine. Always tell until outside spit shut off the spell. They say it's ain't no mercy. Ooh, used to be my least worry. Gotta deal with them W2. Dick, hey, stumble, black, slow down. It's time to push the who's that peeking in my window? Who's that peeking in my window? Put up there. So free, but then I went the rain. Cause I can see the love blood hanging out of the flow. Sipping my nuts, not the looking for a hit of the blow. It's time to roll. I don't know what else they're trying to do. Make the best, you was better than the whole. They're trying to love a new world order. Time to get started. And we don't give a damn, so it's gonna be a slaughter. Who is that peeking in my window? I can't hear y'all. Who is that peeking in my window? I can't hear y'all. Listen up, T-O, I'm talking to you.
The party continued with Mannie Fresh and ended with the all-black affair hosted by
Party people in the place to be. I'll be the one and only K.I.D. the king. Take a roll back, K.I.D. Let's go, follow up. It's the king.
We have arrived in Nassau, Bahamas.